So New Zealand has updated their abortion laws. Yes. And you're about to find out. They are the most lenient abortion laws I have ever heard.
This should be good.
You might want to check this out. Wow.
Prime Minister of New Zealand, and we love you, New Zealanders that
Yeah,
watch.
we love the people in New York and Seattle,
and
too.
there she is, and she has allowed the most extreme abortion law in the world.
Jacinda
This is the
Ardern.
Prime Minister of New Zealand. Abortions will now be available on demand for any reason up to birth. Sex-selective abortions will be legalized, meaning if you find out you're having a boy and you want a girl, you can abort the baby.
They're treating children like tonsils.
You got great tonsils.
If you don't want your tonsils, let's just take them out, right? They're bugging you. I don't like it. Let's get rid of them, right? We're just ripping out tonsils at this point. Children are tonsils, and just throw them in the garbage. We don't need them anymore. What is going on? What is happening in this world?
If you're having a girl and you want a boy, you can abort the baby.
It's murder.
The current 20-week limit for disability selective abortion will be scrapped, and abortion will be available up to birth for disabilities including a cleft lip, a club foot, and Down syndrome.
So if you go to the doctor and your doctor says, hey, your child may have a club foot or Down syndrome, you could be like, yeah, I know I'm 8.5 months along. Let's go ahead and rip this thing out. By the way, can you get rid of this mole on my ass too?
By the way, I realize that I have a large mole on my face.
Where?
Are you serious? This is wild. New Zealand, there are going to be a lot of people flying into New Zealand. I'm telling you. There could be 7-month pregnant women lining up to get on a plane to go to New Zealand to rip out their tonsils. Their child. What's called tonsils at this point? We're just ripping anything out. What is going on? Why is this so? This is wild. This is wild. This is more nonsense than, I give up. I give up. Straight nonsense. This is crazy. A friend of mine sent me this next video that you guys are about to watch, and it absolutely destroyed me. And if you're a parent, it's going to destroy you too. If you have never seen this, just buckle up, because this is not nonsense. This is heartbreaking. Check it out.
She says she don't know where his location is.
Hello?
Who has this phone?
Hang on just a second. Are you Miss Russell?
Yes.
Miss Russell, my name is Tina Miller, and I work for the Gwinnett County Medical Examiner's Office.
Medical examiner, is my son dead?
Are you alone?
Yes, no, my husband says my son dead.
Can you pull over if you're driving?
Babes, pull over right now, babes. Pull over, just pull over. Pull over right now. Pull over. Pull over. She said medical examiners, babe. She said medical examiners. Is my son dead?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
The scream. The scream is what got me. That's how I would feel. I would feel so helpless. I would feel so lost. Hug your children. If they're grown, give them a call. Tell them that you love them and you're thinking about them. If they're not doing right or they're struggling, bring them home. Bring them home until they get back on their feet. But don't leave them twisting in the wind. And hopefully they're doing good things. But watch after your kids, y'all. This is heartbreaking. So I'm not surprised that there might be transgender websites out there.
No shit.
But this lady may have found another one. Let's take a look at what she's got going on here. If I can move it. There we go. We got this, y'all.
Did I just find a liberal transgender website that negates everything we think we know about toxic masculinity? While researching testosterone, I came across this website for gender affirming care from home.
From home. Gender affirming care from home.
Do you like to do it yourself?
Check the mail, y'all. Check your child's browser history. Be involved. Parents, be involved.
Which is a hormonal therapy for transgender people. Look up plume.com. Being afraid of cisgender men or toxic masculinity might make you nervous about starting testosterone. After all, those guys have high testosterone levels, so you might wonder if testosterone is to blame for their behavior. There's no basis for those fears. They are based on stereotypes that link masculinity with unchecked aggression.
It's like, that's a good point.
Good point. Good point. I've never really thought about it that way, but some people do. When some people experience just unchecked aggression in men, they call it toxic masculinity. And a lot of people do that. But no, that person is just an angry person. They're just very aggressive. And there are women that are very aggressive too. But I don't think it's toxic femininity. I don't think that is it at all. I agree with her.
We do live in a culture that cosigns a lot of negative or harmful behavior, especially when it's perpetuated by cisgender men. In case you missed it, the link between masculinity and aggression is just a stereotype according to this website. And when the patients asked if they could still cry while taking testosterone, the article responds with this. People who take testosterone report that they experience a flattening or dampening of some of their emotional responses, such as an inability to cry.
So if you take testosterone, you struggle with the ability to cry. So is that why most men don't cry or have a problem crying or struggle with their emotions because they are filled with testosterone? Good question.
So does testosterone make men less emotional? Have we been shaming men and calling them toxic if they don't want to feel emotions like women do, even though it is biologically hardwired in their brain and in their bodies? If a liberal transgender hormonal therapy website says so, I'm going to concede with they might be onto something.
I like that.
Did I just find a liberal
And let's listen to that one more time.
biologically hardwired make men less experience a inability to cry? So does testosterone make men less emotional? Have we been shaming men and calling them toxic if they don't want to feel emotions like women do, even though it is biologically hardwired in their brain and in their bodies?
I think she may be onto something. I'm going to have to look into that, to be honest with you. I'm going to check that out and I'm going to get back with you guys, because if testosterone limits men's ability to be emotional, then we have to stop this complaint. It's just who we are innately.